topics and opinions expressed in the following show are solely those of the host and their guests and not those of W4CY Radio, its employees, or affiliates. We make no recommendations or endorsements for radio show programs, services, or products mentioned on air or on our web. No liability, explicit or implied, shall be extended to W4CY Radio or its employees or affiliates. Any questions or comments should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for choosing W4CY Radio.
Welcome to the Ask the Expert Show on W4CY Radio and Talk4 TV, where we bring you educational information from experts on such topics as legal, health, financial, and home improvement. Now sit back and listen to our experts in community association law, estate planning law, tax relief, Medicare, public insurance adjusters, neuropathy treatment, business brokers, and personal injury law, along with many other topics. Now here's your host for the last 17 years, Steve O.
Good morning, Texas. Welcome to another Ask the Expert show. I can't believe it's been 17 years. It seems like just yesterday we were doing our show from about 30 radio stations. Anyhow, good morning to everybody. Our expert is running a little late. I want to say hello to our TikTok viewers and listeners. We are new to TikTok. We are so excited about being on TikTok. Our show, Ask the Experts, brings the top experts in the field of legal, health, financial, and home improvement. We have so many experts, and every day it's a different expert that comes on talking about a different area. We do areas like Medicare. There's so many questions about Medicare. Tax relief. Gosh, when the IRS is coming after you, it is the worst feeling in the world. You feel like the whole weight of the world is on your shoulders. We bring experts on that take a lot of that weight off. We also do a personal injury show. Gosh, have you ever been in an auto accident and just maybe hurt your back? And a lot of people don't know that they can file a claim. And you want to have an attorney represent you because, first of all, it doesn't cost you any money. The way personal injury attorneys work is they work on a contingency basis. And that means if you don't get anything, they don't get anything. And they work off a percentage of what they get you. So what do you have to lose but to get an expert in personal injury? We just signed a new show that's going to be coming on stem cell. Wow, there's so much people do not know about stem cell treatment, and we've got one of the greatest experts coming on with us starting next month. We do estate planning. In fact, the show after this show is going to be on estate planning, especially if you're in the Florida area. A lot of people procrastinate when it comes to estate planning. A lot of people procrastinate just having a regular will. And some people think that they can just do their own will. You really need an attorney to help you. And it's so competitive. Rates are competitive out there. The show after this one that you'll be watching is going to be on estate planning. We'll be talking wills and trust and probate. And our attorney who's coming on with us has been with us for over a year. And what I loved about this attorney is the first thing he said to me is, I want to keep my clients out of probate because probate gets so expensive. Hey, I want to just tell people out there, I see a lot of people inviting themselves on TikTok wanting to come on the show. Since I've just started, I am so new to this. We are on so many other platforms. We're on YouTube. We're on iHeart, Spotify, Spreaker, a great kind of a national radio station, www.w4cy.com. You can watch all of our shows from there, but we're on 70 platforms. I really like TikTok and how they use AI. But today, for right now, we're not going to be inviting people on. We're never going to ask you for money. I always see, because I'm on TikTok a lot, especially the panels, and they're always asking for gifts. I'm not going to be asking for any gifts. What we do is we educate you in many areas, legal, health, financial, home improvement. Some of our biggest shows are our home improvement shows. We have one of the largest law firms when it comes to condo HOA association. People love that show, especially if you live in an association and you've got so many questions on your mind. Rules, you've got so many rules if you live in an association. But we have one of the top law firms, K. Bender Rimbaum, that has been with us for 17 years. And they will answer your questions. So, though we're not inviting people on yet from TikTok, I wanted to use this time. It looks like our expert is not going to be here on time. So I'm just going to talk about, maybe you might have a business and you would like to come on our show. I got to tell you, we do not have a lot of openings. Normally our experts that come on continue on with us. We've got a very, I would say, maybe 2 openings for either an attorney, someone in the health field. Weight loss is a huge show for us, especially with these skinny injections. Also, we have a lot of requests for shows just on air conditioning and heating and plumbing. But one of our great shows is public insurance adjusters. That show gets more views than almost all of our shows get. I don't know if you know what a public insurance adjuster is, but if you ever have a claim and you pay out you pay out your homeowner's insurance every month, and then you finally have damage to your home, and the insurance company is not your friend. What they do is they want to pay you the least amount possible. I actually hired a public insurance adjuster about 15 years ago. I had flooding damage, and it was crazy. And the insurance company adjuster came out and said they would write me a check for $30,000. I know nothing about flooring, about tile, about cabinets, and I don't know what anything's worth. And I just about accepted their offer until a friend of mine said, "You need a public insurance adjuster." And I said, "Well, I don't know if I'm going to be able to afford them, because after I pay out for all the damages." I didn't know that public adjusters work on a contingency basis. And if they don't get you anything more than the insurance companies do, it doesn't cost you anything. And here they've done all the work. But I got to tell you, that $30,000 that the insurance company offered me, they acted like they were my buddy, my friend. The public insurance adjuster got me $135,000. I was blown away. So, of course, I didn't mind writing them a check for their small percentage. But look how the insurance company was going to screw me around, basically. Now, it's not like that for every single case. Everybody's case is different. I've got to check my emails. We have been waiting on our expert to come on, and I don't see them anywhere. I apologize for this, but it does give me a chance to talk about Ask the Experts, especially if you'd like to bring your business on. Let me give you our phone number. It is 954 336 3767. That's 954 336 3767. The name of the show is Ask the Experts TV Show. You might want to, you would do one show a month. Our shows are in 25-minute increments, and we will give you a big audience, that's for sure. And people love it because it doesn't sound, our shows do not sound like an ad. It actually educates you. And, you know, if you've got an interest in any of our topics, you definitely want to listen to our shows. And another area is, I mentioned before, is Medicare. We have somewhat of an older audience. And if you've never enrolled in Medicare, you know, it's by the government, so that means there's a lot of information. And I see these commercials on TV all the time, these national commercials. And I got to tell you, folks, most of it's BS. The things that they promise you when it comes to Medicare, they just want you to call their company. And I got to tell you, our agents that do our shows, all of them represent multiple companies. So when you go to enroll in Medicare, they're going to do all the legwork for you. And they're going to give you different proposals of companies to choose from. Whereas when you call those commercials on TV, you're strictly going to that company. They're not going to talk about other insurance companies. And I did a little thing. We do a lot of due diligence on the show. We have to, because we want to make sure you're getting the right information. And I called one of the largest Medicare insurance companies in the United States. And I called them 4 different times. So I got 4 different agents on the phone. And I made up a story on who I was, what I was looking for. And because it was all the same company, I should have gotten the same quote from every single one of the agents. I literally got 4 different quotes. And I really, on our Medicare shows, I really emphasize that you get a good Medicare agent, like the agents that we have on our show, because there is so much to know about Medicare. You don't want to sit and read hundreds of pages. It's so much easier letting an agent do that work for you. Someone just wrote, who exactly are you talking to? Well, we're on 70 platforms right now. And we just added TikTok. So our expert is late, apparently. Let me just see if I'm waiting for their email. I'm sure you'd rather hear from them than hear from me, but we have some of the greatest experts in the field of legal, health, financial, and home improvement. We've just started with TikTok. And I got to tell you, I know I hear on these panels I go on TikTok, there's a lot of things they don't like about TikTok. I personally, for what we do with Ask the Experts, I love TikTok. I actually love their store. I'm kind of hooked on the TikTok shop. Bought probably 5 or 6 things on there. And I never usually bought things online. Um, I'm I'm sorry to do it like this. We're kind of waiting on an email from our expert, though it looks like they're going to not make it. Our next show coming up at 10:25 Eastern Time is our estate planning show. We've got an incredible law firm. They've been with us for a couple of years now. And this lawyer actually has his own radio show that he does every week, but he does 2 shows with us a month. And of course, we talk about wills and estate planning. And I kid him because when you hear estate planning, you think, oh, estate, I have to be a millionaire, to have a will, have a trust. And that just isn't true. Again, if you would like to bring your business on our show, you do it right from your office. You do it once a month for 25 minutes. And it is so easy to do. I think most people who come on for the first time are really nervous about the details of it, how to come on. It is so easy. The company that I'm with, W4CY TV, has made it so easy. We have these great producers. In fact, we have right now, Rebel is the producer of this show. I don't know what I would do without her. She has saved me so many times. Things that I'm behind the scenes, I'm having to do a lot. We have people texting us. We have people emailing us. When we're on YouTube, we have people who are sending questions in. And there's so many things I have to do, and she has saved me so many times. Yes, someone just said she sounds amazing. I want you to hear that, Rebel. See, someone said people do appreciate you. I promise you, this weekend I am going to really study TikTok about bringing people on. And you can text a question in when our experts are on with us. That's the cool thing about it. One of the things I really like about AI is AI hears me talking. They hear the subject I'm talking about, and they automatically put that subject out. None of my other platforms does that. So I'm so impressed with TikTok, the way they do that. Someone just wrote, "Women are a great help." What would we do without women on this earth? That I'm talking about some of the other show topics that we do. I'm really excited about our stem cell show coming on next month. We've had a lot of people who suffer from acute pain that they've thrown their arms up in the air. And stem cells seeing some great results. We have 2 shows this afternoon, if you'd like to tune in, starting at 5 o'clock Eastern time. We will be doing our Medicare show. And at 5:25, we have a doctor who's been with us for 3 years, a female doctor, Dr. Gamboa. She is a functional medicine doctor. And for those of you who don't know what functional medicine is, you're going to start hearing a lot more about functional medicine. I don't know if you've ever gone to a doctor, you feel like something just isn't right. And your doctor tells you there's nothing wrong with you. We've done all the labs and you're okay. When you go to a functional medicine doctor, they really get into extensive blood work, and they can use, now if you break your leg, you're not going to go to a functional medicine doctor. But especially when it comes to hormones, she is a specialist in hormones. And we also do another functional medicine show the first Wednesday of every month. We talk about stress, how important stress is. For those of you who are looking to lose weight, we talk about the skinny injection, the good parts about it, the bad part. She's going to be on with us this afternoon. She comes on at 5:25 Eastern time. She's out of Dallas, Texas. So we got so many great shows. Again, the show that's going to be coming up now is our estate planning show. Now, estate planning might sound boring to some people. I'm telling you what, though, when you get up into your 40s, 50s, and 60s, it's not such a boring topic. So I can't believe I've spoken for 25 minutes without an expert, but we got through it, Rebel. We did it, and we are going to take a break. We use StreamYard, so I got to come back in again. I'm going to leave this live, and we will be going to our next show. It is a estate planning show with attorney Tom Olson for our W4CY listeners, viewers. We will be right back.
Thanks for tuning in today to the Ask the Expert show on W4CY Radio and Talk4TV. Tune in next week and every week to hear more from our experts on personal injury, insurance, air condition repairs, estate planning, Medicare, and many other topics in the areas of legal, health, financial, and home improvement. See you next week.